I'm Lea Verou. I'm a human-computer interaction researcher at MIT, a CSS working group member, and a W3C TAG member. I think anyone who writes CSS today could benefit from this talk, but the primary audience is people who write CSS to be consumed by others. For example, design system authors, web component authors, or anyone really who writes any kind of reusable, customizable CSS, anyone who works with other people. I think the biggest takeaway, even though the way the talk is structured is around different things that you can do to take better advantage of custom properties and to use them in a more dynamic way, I think the biggest takeaway is that it's a takeaway about API design, that it's okay to use hacks internally in an API if they allow you to expose a better API to consumers. And I think this is often developers tend to have the same standards for what they do internally in an API and what they expose, but I think they should have very different standards about this, because like sometimes there's a trade-off between the two. Sometimes if you are completely resistant to using any hacks internally, it means you expose a worse API to other people, and it's much easier to change an API internally than to change what you expose. I've had quite an adventurous trip here, so I only arrived shortly before my talk, but I've had an excellent experience with the organizing team, and the talk right before mine that I watched was really interesting. I actually learned something.